Does your body use more carbs or fat while running in hot weather? What do you think? Is there a difference in what fuel your body uses depending on the temperatures outside? Turns out there is. Stay tuned to find out what I learned. Hey there, Wrinkled Runner here. I'm a running coach out of Buffalo, New York, and I also have a blog, podcast, and this YouTube channel. When I put together my video about the Weather Channel app's run score a few weeks ago, I said I was going to investigate the notion they talked about in the science behind what they consider good running temperature conditions. So I'm quoting, "Higher temperatures make your body use up more energy to cool you down. You'll also lose fluids more rapidly. Lower temperatures can convert your body's fuel source from less fat consumption to more carb consumption." I know that we burn carbs or glycogen stores as we run with more intensity, and that there's also a fat burning zone, which mostly for me meant a lighted area on a treadmill or other cardio machine at the gym. I didn't much think about carbs versus fats as fuel, since so much of a runner's life is carbs, carbs, carbs. But after reading the above quote in the Go Run Index section of the Weather Channel app, though, I wanted to investigate the idea that there is more carb burning versus fat burning depending on the temperature. As I started researching, I was immediately confused because of the way they worded the sentence that I just read to you. See, I suck at math and chemistry and basically all the sciencey things. I mean, I can understand concepts behind the body and when it applies to runners especially, because I'm interested in it, but throw in numbers and formulas and medical journal-y kind of data, and I just want to go eat some carbs and not try to absorb jargon about them. But with this topic, I ended up finding some studies in journals, so bear with me as I try to share. I did find an article at the Runner's World website that helped break it down. So the body chooses burning carbs, which is what your glycogen stores are made from, as the first resort for burning fuel during intense exercise. This is why we carb load before a race, such as the marathon, and take carbs with us during that run. Now, fat is burned at a rate of 50% or more as the fuel source during rest or low-intensity exercise. That is, exercises that use less than 65% of your aerobic capacity. So if you have ever been on a cardio machine at the gym, like a treadmill or elliptical, a lot of them have a monitor that will show whether you are in the fat-burning zone or cardio zone or whatever zones are showing. That 50% more rate at less than 65% aerobic capacity is where that zone parameter is coming from. So even during higher intensity exercises, fat will be burned and the body will switch to that when the stores are low. But the body really wants to use carbs, which is why we can hit the wall, so to speak, if our glycogen stores are depleted. Glycogen storage is increased by consuming carbs, so both fat and carbs are used in exercise as fuel, but the body uses those up in different ratios. So based on the study I mentioned earlier, which is published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, Nutrition, and Metabolism, those ratios are altered depending on the outside temperature. So this study showed that a higher proportion of carbs are burned in hot weather. Based on this notion, Runner's World magazine recommends you plan to consume a bit more carbs in hot weather training versus in cooler temperatures. And of course, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Check out last week's video that goes into a little more detail on that. When you do something like go for a walk, you aren't needing as much energy, so your body is content to burn fat, which I'm good with and gives me another reason to take my easy days easy and not push for intensity all the time. I think the information the weather app is sharing comes from how quickly our body uses up those carbs in the heat. During hot weather, our glycogen is depleted faster, as is our hydration. So they will then turn to the fat in our bodies as fuel if we don't replenish with more carbs on the run. Now, if you are on a long run, but it isn't so intense, during a run that may be a bit longer, but isn't really going as super fast, the fat stores can fuel that without hitting the wall, so to speak. Since the carb storage doesn't go down as fast in the cooler temps, you are using those carb stores for a longer period of time. So in answer to the question, you are burning carbs and fat in the hot weather. You are burning carbs faster though, and therefore may be switching to burning fat faster than in cooler temperatures. It's the ratios that we do this that make a difference depending on the weather. If you're going to be running in the heat, make sure you eat a little bit more before heading out and consider taking a sports drink with carbs on the run. Next week, I'll be showing you how I use the Garmin Connect website to help me strength train. You can use your Garmin for more than just tracking your runs, so hit subscribe so you don't miss it. New videos come out every Wednesday. To see any resources that I referenced in this video, check out the description box and hit the link to subscribe to my once-a-month newsletter, where I share all the things I've been up to and share the resources that I have been using for running over the last month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the run.